Hello, religious education families. This is Father Dries here with an introductory video for religious education year 2023-2024, also called our RE program. This video is for kind of all grades. There are special then videos for second grade, sixth grade, confirmation year 1 and 2, and high school, because they have a couple special elements. But I'm going to cover that. On September 13th, our first in-person, we'll have your downstairs when you drop your child off in St. Joseph's Church basement, or when you pick them up, you can grab their books. They'll be in a big plastic bag. All their packets, books and stuff will be downstairs. I don't have but they'll be all pushed in a massive, not a big bag, all right, with your family's name on it. So you can take that, and everything that says Property of St. Joe's is going to come back to the church, typically the last day in May. If it has your child's name on it, it stays at home, with the exception of high school, but high school video will have that. So they don't need to be bringing their books and stuff to class in person. They keep them at home because they're going to be doing those lessons and stuff at home, and I'll be reviewing them on Zoom. Also in that kind of bag with all your child's books and stuff, there'll be a packet kind of for you as the parent, and it'll have the kind of letter that was sent out in late August, as well as a bunch of other just information. I'm going to go through what's in there quickly here. I'm not going to read all of it, but let's jump right in. So in that packet, there's the letter that was sent out in late August. Just gives overview of our program, mentions the first date, September 13th. It's important, certain dates for second grade and confirmation in particular. The next one is the general religious education information. This page actually is on the first page of every child's packet. So here's first grade packet. It's the first page right there. And I guess I noticed that every one of them says Fee Dries. That's Father Dries down here. Typo, sorry. They're already all printed. But this goes through the general information here with Zoom tips and such, because when I'm Zooming with the children, and we'll go through the schedule just briefly, it's kind of treated as class. I have about 20-25 minutes with each grade about once a month. And so reviewing material, and it's gone really smooth last year. Just encourage, it's good to check your child's work to make sure they're prepared. Because I'll call on kids randomly and make sure they're ready. And if they are not ready, I will typically I'll just send a short email to you, the parents, just saying, hey, so Michael wasn't ready for class last night. I'm not gonna belabor it. I'll put it in your court as the parent, kind of to make sure that Michael is doing his work. So I'll just, the first time if that happens during the year, I'll do it. I'm not going to continuously give you reminders. But some parents don't know, oh, my child, I thought he's doing all the work. And he maybe wasn't always doing all the work. So just want to give you the heads up so you can be a good parent and kind of be on your child in the best way to help them. On the back page of this, mentions in-person sessions, mentions the books, textbooks and stuff, stay at home. And then kindergarten through sixth grade are typically at the church. Kindergarten through fifth grade are upstairs, sixth grade downstairs, and then confirmation 1 and 2 are in the office basements. I'll typically be outside by the office / rectory, kind of directing. And then the high school is in the cry room in the church. They'll meet in the church and go to the cry room. Now for September 13th session, the first session, they will all be come to the church, St. Joseph's, we'll start large group, and then we'll break off. And so, but most times these are kind of where they'll be going. And then weather-related cancellation policy, essentially if we need to cancel typically because of snow or something, there's a special, and it's an in-person evening. If it's a Zoom evening, it doesn't matter. Well, everybody can still Zoom. But if it's an in-person evening and it's a snow kind of related cancellation with the local schools, and then I do a special Zoom with second grade confirmation year 1 and 2 and high school group, partly because sacramental years, kind of sacramental prep, and then high school, because that's there's just to go through the material with them too. So that's general information. I have a schedule for the year here. When I get to the website, I'll show where it's actually electronically. With the fall on one side and the spring on the other, there's actually a schedule individually for each child in their packet as well for their grade. But just how to read this for those that are new. So there's the date. Most of these are all over Wednesdays. In person means in person at St. Joe's. That's when we have class here at St. Joe's from 6 p.m. to 7:15. Some of them there's no class. The Zoom 1 or 2. Zoom 2 are the kindergarten, 2nd, 4th, 6th, and confirmation year 2, essentially the even grades, if you will, more or less. And then Zoom 1 is 1, 3, 5, confirmation 1 in high school. And their time slots here is when they'll log on to Zoom. There'll be a Zoom link that's sent out every week, kind of mentioning, hey, here are the grades that are Zoom 1 or Zoom 2 this week. Here's the grades that are on at their times. These are kind of standard, but we'll send the link out every week, but it's the same link the entire year. So you can just, if you want to just save that link, you can. But we'll send it out every week. And I'll go over kind of what your child prepares for during their Zoom sessions. November 15th, we have our confirmation retreat. So there's no Zoom for K through 6, but there's the confirmation high school retreat here at St. Joe's for them. And then the backside, just our spring. And then we have our spring break. Actually, this is March 6th, is the spring break for Osceola and Mississauga Lakes, and then down here at St. Croix Falls. So we have 2 kind of spring break weeks. And then these reconciliation workshop and the first communion, that's for 2nd grade. But I had to put them on the major one just so even if you don't have a child in 2nd grade, it's on there. And then if you have any child in 2nd grade or confirmation 1 or 2, there's a special letters, kind of information of special things they need to do for the year. These are also in their respective packets too. So I will go over those in those special videos, kind of going through these letters in detail. Regarding Zoom, for the packet and stuff, this is the workbook. So here's 1st grade. 1st grade, and I should mention 1st grade, so their textbook, workbook. And 1st grade also has, is the one grade that has kind of another kind of special Bible that you'll have to return because the chapters are really short in here. But 1st grade gets to go through this whole Bible, gets to go through the whole scriptures, all right, kind of at their level. It's beautiful. And then one other thing with the kindergarten, they just have this workbook. It has their name on it, and they keep it at home, and a schedule. This is, I got to put a new. There's a schedule in the first page, inside cover, kind of their whole schedule and lessons and stuff. Now, how to the workbook for. So this is 1st grade. They all have a similar layout. So then there's the schedule for the respective grade. And how to read this, because I don't want to mark up this person's workbook. Their schedule in their packet. So in person, there's nothing to do. They come in person, so there's no work from the workbook. And the numbers on here, most when they say a number, it says chapters to complete before Zoom. So I mentioned Zoom 1, grade 1 is Zoom session Zoom 1. All right, so you can even, if you want to highlight those Zoom 1s on your child's packet. And so and then also in the spring, so there's Zoom 1 here, 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 here. Essentially what this means, so on October 4th, when 1st grade logs on to Zoom for the 6 p.m. Zoom, and so when your child logs on for Zoom, it's encouraged to sign on 5 minutes early just so we're all in there. There's kind of a transition period for every grade, just so we can keep things moving. So it's about 20 minutes with a 5-minute buffer. So with each grade. So on October 4th, first grade, it's we'll log on a little before 6. And what what they need to have done is everything before this. So up this and everything up. So 1 through 4 essentially. You know, now these other weeks when it says Zoom 2, that's when they're not on Zoom. This is kind of to help them stay pace. Now, if they want to work, you want to have your child work ahead, great. And there's actually videos for all the chapters in the book too, me reading them. So I'll show where those are on the website as well. And then, so that's for the first Zoom, chapters 1 through 4 in the workbook. So the workbook, most of the workbooks with the textbooks, they say quizzes on them. So quiz 1 corresponds to chapter 1. Quiz 2, chapter 2. So they'll have to do chapters 1 through 4, and the quizzes. First grade also has the Bible on the lower part, so it just gives the pages for this special Bible. But yeah, so that's for their first Zoom, just to have chapters 1 through 4 done. So quizzes 1 through 4 filled out, and the Bible pass kind of questions on the bottom answered. And then on their next Zoom, which they have at the end of November, I know we have a big gap there in kind of November because of, well, partly because of the retreat and such. I want to get the retreat in the fall so we don't have to worry about snow problems in early spring if we have the retreat. So for the second one, Zoom, first grade will have to have 5 through 11 done. All right. So I'll start with 5. I'll go through as far as I can with them. And for some of them, I'll be answering during Zoom, calling in kids. Other times when I have a lot, I might just say, hey, I'm going to give you the answers for chapter 9. Check your answers. We'll go through it. And then the same with the others. So essentially, it's kind of whatever the chapter is, number on here is, to be complete. Everything before it in your book their book should be complete. All right. That covers that. On the back page of their, let's see here, back cover of each of the grades is their prayers, kind of the prayers they'll use beginning Zoom sessions. And I conveniently put every grade's on the back so they don't have to be flipping around right at the beginning. You can turn to the back of your packet. The textbooks. And then one thing that's new this year is electronic. Well, I'm going to go to the website here. So I'm going to go to the website first. All right. So on the website, under religious education, general information, the video I'm making and the other videos will be posted here. These are last year's videos. I'm making it right now, so it's not up. There's also the calendar here. You can add it to electronic calendar if you want, but if you see, we already have kind of dates and stuff put in here on this calendar, so it's all there. This class schedule, which is in your parent packet, is right here as well. Oops. General information, which is the first page of the packet. So you can, all that stuff is on here. You can, and then for each of the child's grades, class materials, under religious ed tab, class materials. The schedules for all grades is again right here. And then for each grade, there's the lesson schedule, which is in their book. So for example, like first grade, here's first grade schedule. Same as what's in their packet. And then there are videos for the chapters. So all the chapters, I've read them. So if your child doesn't want to read it himself, or you don't have time to read it with them, you can have Father Dries read it. read it to them electronically. So all those videos are there. So there's all the grades, and some of the grades have more things because of their special sacramental years. One other thing, what's going to be sent out, I can't post it on the website, but this is one thing that's new this year, is the workbooks. So your child's workbook that they have. So if you ever kind of misplace it or something, or maybe lose it, instead of having to contact me or Julie Novak, and kind of, hey, we don't have our packet, or we need this page, can we get this page? You will be getting a link kind of after the first in-person, where we'll have the Zoom link, which will be sent out every week, as well as a link to the workbooks page. I can't put this on the website because it has copyright material that we can use, but I can't make it disperse it to the general public. So it's actually, they're all in a drive, Google Drive, so you just find your child's grade, so grade 1, and it has everything that's in their packet, all right, is in here. All the quizzes and everything, they're all in here. So if you ever misplace this, they can go online and either print the pages off, or if they need to print the whole thing. So that's one new thing this year. And I believe that is it. So I look forward to our first religious education class this September 13th, 6 p.m. Look forward to seeing you there. Or at least your children, and maybe we'll see you too, parents. God bless.